Okay, here we are again. So, we'll wait a few minutes and then we'll get started. I can't believe the last time I was here it was 40 degrees outside. Now it's 70 and humid. I would say, Mother Nature, you can't just flip-flop on me like this. 30-degree difference, and then all of a sudden 2 days later it's going to be gone. Like tomorrow it's going to be gone again. I would say, Mother Nature, you can't keep flip-flopping on me like that, but here's the problem. It's not entirely Mother Nature's fault, because climate change is real. And if you don't like my opinion on that, get the fuck out of here. Oh, anyway. I don't know where I come up with these inane ramblings at the beginning of streams. Maybe it's just like my throat. Like, you know how like they test, like singers, they test their throats and stuff to make sure that they can sing before they get into a piece or something like that. Like they do voice box warm-ups. Maybe that's what I'm doing right now. I don't know. 70 lucky AF. It's 85 there. I can't even imagine it being 85 and humid here right now, Marie. I'd be dying. Like I normally I come to the streams and I have my, like I have a zip-up sweatshirt on, and I have my moccasins, my little slippers on. I'm an old man before being an old man, excuse me. But this particular stream, especially since I now have more homeostatic control in my hands from the fish oil supplements I've been taking, I have a t-shirt and shorts on. And at some point, depending on how humid it gets, the t-shirt may come off. Because I did exercise today, and I ran a mile and a half, and I was still sweating like an hour and a half later, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna take a cold shower. It's spring. Why does it feel like summer? Climate change. Climate change is real. That's what it is. And I didn't say it, but hello, Marie. How you doing? Welcome back. We're gonna beat the game today, I think, barring the final boss being supernaturally strong. Like, supernatural by comparison to the other supernatural threats that we've already killed in this game. Extraordinary. And then we're gonna head off to Muspelheim and Niflheim on the next one. And I think I'm saying Muspelheim wrong. I think it's actually Muspelheim, which I guess kind of makes sense, but I'm still gonna say Muspelheim. It's just what I'm used to. I don't care if I'm wrong, and if it sounds dumb, it's just what I'm used to. So I'd end up just interchanging it anyway. Like Veithergard and Veithergard. Yeah. Just, I don't know. You're just screaming because job hunting sucks. You're so tired of scams. Oh, believe me, I understand that. It's not a whole lot of fun. There are, one of the things that my state does, I mean, you have to take an exam for it, but there are some civil service jobs that my state offers that they're like, you don't get them very often, but it is another option. I don't know how it is for you in your state, but, I mean, civil service isn't a bad gig. You could do, like, you know, base level stuff and then work your way up, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know how it works in your state. It depends on how each state does things. In my state, the civil service options are a little more open. Not completely, because you have to take a test to do it, but they're a little more open. So it'd be something maybe to look into. You've been putting out 10 job applications a day. It's exhausting, yeah. Believe me. I get that feeling. I've done it myself. Yeah, stream start. Let's do that. Let me hydrate while I click continue. Because it's 4:31 or 4:32, depending on which of my clocks you look at. Now it's 4:32 on both, which means we should get going, because we have a final boss to beat after we find Mimir's missing eye, I would imagine, because otherwise the game faked me out on this whole, well, if you've got anything you need to do, you should go do it before you find me missing eye. That was a terrible impression. I'm sorry to Alistair Duncan, because he's the one that provides the voice to Mimir in this game. Yes, Senator Armstrong provides Mimir's voice. And I just did him a terrible disservice by that disgusting impression. So I apologize to him. But first, before we do anything, I gotta get out of hell. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the finale of God of War, the stream edition. Last time, we were told that we're basically at the point of no return. Mimir said if you got anything you need to do, you should do it now. And so we did, and we hunted down a few Valkyries, we did a whole bunch of stuff. I did all the upgrading I think I want to do until the end game. I'm going to get out of hell first before... There's two things I actually want to do before we go lay the Valkyrie helmets that we have to rest. But my boy is cold, so I need to get him out of hell. And then we'll do it. Let's get him to warmer climes first, so he isn't sitting there shivering in the cold, because I'm a good dad, Kratos. You've been a good dad in some situations, but in others... I mean, I understand, there's no handbook for this shit. It's not exactly easy to do. So, especially when you're so used to being by yourself, doing your own thing. Kratos had a bachelor's life through most of his Greek saga career. So it's not exactly easy. Oh god, look away from that. Photosensitivity. Put the camera in it, then it can't photosensitivize me unless it does that, which I guess is kind of the same thing. 33 on your end? Okay, yeah. I mean, we're close enough as long as we're in that window, you know? So, especially after all my bullshitting at the beginning of the stream. I mean, it's already 4:35, so that means we need to get going. Although it's not like I'm in a hurry. Excuse me, since we did all the side questing last time. Oh, good, and it's snowing here. My boy's never gonna get warm. But yeah, we did all the side questing last time. We could go to the Cliffs of the Raven to see what's opened up over near the Volander mines, but now that we've finished up here, but it's just gonna be resources that I don't really need, because I don't have any plans to use any more of that 89,621 hack silver I've got sitting around, so yeah, I'm not worried about it, I don't think. I do want to do something else, though. There's two things I want to do. Did I already slot this in? Okay, well, this was meant to be like a funny moment, so I guess I'll just do it like this. The game might have auto-saved after I did this last time, so that's why I did it at the end of the last episode. So we have one extra enchantment socket now in the belt because we got it up to level 7. So since that's the case, I'm going to slot in something that I found actually to be pretty useful in terms of its effect. I just need to find it again. Is it level 5? I should have looked at what it was named. That would have made it a little easier. I think it's the Eye of Runic Mastery, I think. Let's go look. Is it level 4 maybe? Yeah, it's level 4. It's down here. So, I damage boost a lot when I use runic attacks, and taking damage during a runic attack reduces damage taken by 15% sounds pretty handy for this Eye of Runic Mastery, since, again, I use it for that sometimes, especially in the Valkyrie boss fights. So, yeah, we're going to equip this, but on top of that, it also makes our cooldown nice, so that's just a bonus for me. So we'll keep that stuff in there. That's looking like our endgame setup right here. We've got the Mythic Pauldron of Arcane Might, we've got the Arcane Might Gauntlets, and then we have that Valkyrie Waistguard that we got off of Ulrun? Or was it Gungnir that we got this off? I feel like we got this off Gungnir, but I forget. Maybe it was off of Ulrun. I forget, but it's pretty good. We've still got the Talisman of Unbound Potential equipped. I could use the Talisman of Betrayal and like cheese stuff, but nah. The cheese method kind of wore on me a little bit when I used it that one stream. I was like, I don't know, this still feels like a glitch to me, so I don't think I'm going to use it too much. It's fun, but I don't feel like it's going to be too good. Anyway, Atreus has his legendary vestment. For weapons, we're at level 5 on the axe. I'm actually going to switch off of Blessings of the Frost. It has served its purpose well, but since we have Unbound Potential, and I've been digging the fact that I can just slam jam everything with the Blades of Chaos because I have 2 attacking elements on that for my runes. I think I might actually put Ivaldi's Anvil on there because this will make for a good combo with Returning Storm. Like, I just use Returning Storm and then I use this. So I'm going to put this on to see how it does. And we'll increase the radius and the damage and all that stuff. And it has the same cooldown as my other moves that I have on the blades as well. So we'll give it a shot again. We got it. I think it was one of the first heavy runic attacks we got, so we'll give it a shot. We upgraded the Valkyrie's Might to level 8 with our Perfect Steel because it has extra luck, which will mean all these perk activation chance things will have a higher chance of activating, even though I don't particularly like RNG. If it's going to be on there anyway, I might as well use it. And the blades are level 4. Nemean Crush, Hyperion Slam. We got Grips of the Valkyrie for them as well. Didn't upgrade these all the way because we only got like one perfect Asgardian Steel, if I remember right, or maybe 2. No, I think we got 2. And Atreus' Talon Bow's level 6. We got Wrath of the Wolf going. I think we're in good shape. So there you go. Mimir was the best part of this 3-man cast. I mean, he did a very good job, yes. I definitely enjoyed Mimir's presence. He made a lot of the exposition and lore a lot easier to digest because he's just so entertaining to listen to. Just like Senator Armstrong. So, that's what you do in games. Use the camera to avoid the light killing your eyes or to hide spoilers from onlookers. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's easier for me, you know? So, I don't know. I prefer doing it that way. Alright, so we'll go to the Council of the Valkyries. We'll put the helmets down. And I think I have a treasure map here, too. So we'll pop that, and then once we're done with that, we'll just go off and get Mimir's Missing Eye. Sorry, every time you see my stats, you think this is secretly an Atlas game. They do have that sort of stylish look to them, don't they? Like, a lot of the Atlas stuff, they're mostly represented by that sort of, like an icon rather than actual, like, stats and names and all that stuff. I mean, if we do this, it looks a little bit less Atlas-y, but yeah, there you go. Alright, let's take the 3 helmets that we have just laying around now back to where they belong. Whoop, that was quick.
Whoa.
Yeah, come through this way, kid. And dig up the treasure map that we've got around here somewhere. Where did I put the last one? Oh, over there. Okay. Let's put one here, then. Asymmetry. That's what's going to happen here. Unless I do the other 2 on the other side.
This is none other than Geirdriful, the Master of Arms in Valhalla, responsible for arming and training Odin's Einherjar.
His what?
His army come Ragnarok.
Hey.
The entire
The dog's
reason
all set
Valhalla
whenever you're
exists,
ready.
you see.
So.
The Einherjar wait in the
Taking
great
a
hall
walk,
endlessly,
for a walk,
feasting,
taking the
drinking,
yard,
and
so.
fornicating themselves silly.
Yeah, thank you
Once
for
Ragnarok
censoring
begins,
yourself on that one.
calls them into service to fight on his behalf. Geirdriful had her hands full training that lot.
Yeah, especially with the fornicating part. Anyway, oh, here's the treasure right here. And what's in this one? This one has some unstable ore. We got an Eye of Runic Supremacy. Taking damage during a runic attack reduces damage taken by 30%, stacks up to 50% max. And some hack silver and some hardened steel. That's actually better than the one that we already have. So let me go back and take a look at what the stats are on that. Let's see. I'll just look for the exclamation point. It'll be here some. Oop, I just passed it, I think. Yeah, there it is. Well, it makes our cooldown not nice, but it's a little better on the stats and a little better on the level, so let's slot it in. Okay, there we go. Easy. Alright, and now, important decision to make. Do I go for... Well, I guess it's not really symmetry because we've got those 3 over there. Well, whatever, I'll just stick them in here, if it lets me. I don't know who goes where here. They're all going to get up after I put them all in. They're going to be like, why am I in the wrong seat? Well, don't you know, ladies, we were playing musical chairs.
This, my friends, is Kara. Now, Valkyries are volatile by nature, but Kara, the lass is Wild Storm personified.
Storm.
Aye, calm and collected. Then the air would shift and the fury of her storm would unleash. It was beautiful in a way, assuming you could find proper shelter.
Yeah, that is pretty important.
Cleanse the blood-soaked battlefields.
Aha. Alright, well, that's that. One left. Stick it right here. So I guess we did do symmetry after all, because if we look at it from a glance, like from the last seat, there should be
This
symmetry
is
there.
Rota, a chooser of the slain.
I thought all the Valkyrie did that.
Not exactly, lad. Although that is what they're most famous for, and by far their greatest responsibility. You've seen what happens to the dead without the judgment of the Valkyries.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly work out
That's
for them.
right. Rota, Gunnar, Skuld. Without them to clean up the aftermath of battle, hell overflows with souls meant for Valhalla. A sorry state of affairs.
Big
Rota
PR
must be
nightmare.
beside herself.
Well, she's got a little help now at the very least. We got 5 Valkyries at the very least, so that should help a little bit. I don't have another one, do I? Oh, I do have another one. Okay, well, there's the other one.
Ah, here we have air.
Oh, right, Air, yeah, I forgot about her. I don't know how, she gave me my wave dash.
As a matter of fact.
How could I forget about that?
Quiet, very calm. Where her sisters were violent rapids, Air was a gentle stream. She healed the wounds of both mortals and gods, and even a certain all-knowing sage who once drank too much and fell off a mountain. Not my proudest moment.
Yeah, I could see that. So we went for asymmetry at the end after all, because, I mean, I guess it's symmetrical if you look from here, in between the 2 seats. That's the nice thing about circles, is that oftentimes you can get symmetry even when it's asymmetrical. It just depends on where in the circle you're looking from. Anyway, enough about geometry. Let's go beat the final boss. And now you know why you were so confused that I was fighting the medic. She kicked my ass for being the medic. I'll tell you what. That is not a medic I would want to fight again. Well, no, that's not true. I'll get into it more in the credits, but I still say this game should have a boss rush. Then again, and I'll get into this in the credits too, any action game with a robust, in-depth combat system should have a boss rush, because you don't always want to sit through all the cutscenes again. Sometimes you just want to boot it up and say, well, let me fight this boss that I fought, except on a different difficulty, with a different setup. And, yeah, that would be nice, but maybe they'll think about that in Ragnarok, I don't know. Or maybe they won't. I mean, they're already, what, like, almost done with Ragnarok, from what I understand? It's supposed to come out this year.
Supposed to, yeah, sometime this year, I think.
So-
Towards the end of the year, I'm pretty sure.
So if there's no boss rush, it's not a big deal, because obviously the devs didn't hear me. Not that they would ever hear me anyway, because I'm a small Twitch streamer that none of the developers of any of the games I've played have actually listened to, so it's okay. I'm alright with it. I just think it would be a good idea. Yeah, I'm a doctor, but loads gun. I've seen that meme. I think it was on Twitter. A friend of mine retweeted it.
Ready.
Okay, good, because I need you to blow a loud note and then chat with the serpent. Hey, big guy, how you feeling?
Is the statue lost to us?
He thinks it might still be in his stomach.
Well, it's probably pretty
and
hard to
he's
digest.
open to letting you go into his mouth to look inside.
Oh, well, alright then.
Ew. Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
Neither am I, but this wouldn't be the first time I've descended into a serpent's mouth, so it's not my proudest moment either. Boat into the serpent's mouth. Fantastic.
So, are we really doing this?
We are.
Letting the serpent swallow us?
Not exactly.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
How often are you going to get to do this? It's not exactly common. Then again, Kratos, this is the second time from my knowledge anyway that he's done something like this. Although the last one he had to cut his way out of. I just hope we don't have to do that to poor Midgard. I would feel very bad for him if we had to do that. Be like, hang on, big guy, I'll stitch you up. Oh boy. Well, anyway. I don't know if that cuts off that section of the lake. Probably not. I guess I could look at the map and maybe that'd tell me.
You sure this is a good idea?
Nope.
No.
I love that's where the conversation just ends. Nope. And that's it. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really cut off too much of the lake, because you could just, like, row around him and end up in the other spots. So I guess it wasn't exactly a point of no return, but I would guess once you go in, it probably is, so. Oh, yeah, this is a thing. Yeah, it is a thing.
I've been to many
So.
strange places, but this will be a new one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've never been into Giant's Belly either. How about you, Father?
Never one that was not trying to eat me.
Yeah,
We
well.
should expect that sort of response at this point.
Alright, don't lift up yet, big guy. I don't want to get impaled on your gigantic fangs. Here we go! Into the belly of the beast. It's very dark in here.
Here we go.
Uh-huh. Just like that ride at Disney World! I think there was a ride in Disney World where something tried to swallow you. I think if I remember right, you get, like, teleported out of it, though. And they're like, yeah, that was almost too close, wasn't it? It's like, yeah, I almost became fish food. I thought that was digestive acid. Turns out it's just my axe pommel. Whoops. We probably will hit digestive acid eventually, though. It's a good thing this boat is magic. Yeah, well, I said it, and there it is. Find Mimir's eye.
Funny.
All
I
right.
used to dream about getting eaten.
Dreams are nothing
I'm
to
not afraid. It just reminded me of a way I used to feel when I was a child. Let's find that statue.
Yeah, probably gonna stick out pretty good. Although it looks like he's got a little bit of other debris in here. Probably swallowed a ship or two in his day. I imagine some of the gods were, you know, based on Mimir's tales, I imagine some of the gods are a little more jovial and a little more
Smells not as bad as I thought it'd be.
pranksters.
Bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually.
Just don't drink it,
You're
please.
so weird.
Do I dare to have my son take this out of his stomach acid? Yeah.
The water kind of burns in here. That is water, isn't it?
No.
Aye.
We should get some snow to put on that scalding poisonous burn that you just got.
You want a beach here?
We could. There's more gold. I don't need it. It's fine. Gonna permanently miss 30 of it for the 800 that I've got.
There, the hammer.
Oh. Aha! Oh, that's what we're looking for. I guess I'll take this while I'm here. Just for saying BAP again one last time. Oh, 4,000 hack silver. Not bad. Hey, Lifeblood, how's it going? Welcome back. Yeah, I basically got eaten by Moby Dick. Yeah, we're inside of Midgard's gullet now. So there you go. Yep. Is your boat always at that dock after you do a bunch of realm hopping? It's at whatever dock you go to. Like, I could go to the dock on the other side as well. And it would just be there. It just teleports to whatever dock you go to. So that's why I keep saying it's magical, because it's a teleporting boat. So, there you go. What would you even use all this hack silver on? I guess other talismans if I wanted to upgrade them, like if I wanted to try them out. I don't know. Something like that. Is there a beach here, or do I just go this way? No, don't go that way. That ain't gonna get me anywhere. Oh, there's the beach. Oh, it's a dock. Okay. He did swallow a little bit more than we thought. In terms of flotsam. What exactly would a world serpent eat, anyway? Like, does he just eat because he's bored, or does he have to eat to sustain himself? Because he's
see
pretty
something over there.
damn big to have to eat to sustain himself. Can I? Oh, okay. I see. Oops. Do it again. There. I see. Bring us a platform. Cool. Now we just need to figure out how to get up there from here. I guess I could break through some of this. Ah, there we go. Come on, kid. Let's, This is going to be the strangest parkour we've done so far, Kratos, but we'll do it anyway. Eh. Okay, let's hope this doesn't crash and burn. Okay, so now we can take this out, and it'll take us around once it, yeah, it does that. There you go.
Mimir, any idea where Odin hid?
Gonna
Val?
take ages to get to the end.
not
It's,
like I
it's a
can
long
still see
snake.
through
Yeah,
it.
it's true. He is a big snake, like I said at the beginning when we first saw him. So, I think he only eats when he feels like it. To be honest, like remember how he comped on that statue of Thor because he didn't like? Yeah, that's not really a habit of I need to do this to survive. That's more a habit of I'm bored and I hate this thing, so goodbye. So I think you're right. It's probably fair enough. Okay, well, convenient hole in the side of this thing will make it easy to climb up. I don't know what that is, but I don't think I want to know. Ah, and what do we have in here? Probably what we were looking for. Because the objective marker just left. Oh, yep,
Yep.
there it is.
That's an eye.
Maybe you should stick that in my head for safekeeping.
Sure you don't want me to sanitize it
Gently
first?
now, gently.
Was that gently? Oh, okay.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
Miss depth until it's gone.
Yeah, I can imagine. I, at this point in my life, could not imagine losing depth perception. I feel like I'd be very unhappy and incredibly clumsy while I was at it. So, can I hop down from here, or no? Oh, okay, well, we can go over here, I guess. Grab whatever this is. But imagine this is like, if it's like, oh, okay, you didn't get all the ciphers yet, here's a freebie. Because it's probably just going to have, like, nothing in it that's too good. Yeah, a symbol of frenzy. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I could just slide down. Repel. Let's go, kid! Alright. And now we leave. And then we unlock the gate to Jotunheim, and then we probably get lambasted
How's
by
it feel,
Baldur.
Mimir?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm feeling whole again, but it's a right improvement.
Yeah, you're going to be missing like 90% of your body, so...
Then we have all we need.
Good.
Finally, we're going to Jotunheim. There's no stopping us now.
Please don't say that, kid. You know
The
how...
term tempting fate.
Yeah.
Fate is another lie
Told by the gods, yes, of course. You really are your father's son, you know.
He was listening. But still, you never say that, because you know what happens when you say that. It's not a matter of tempting fate, it's a matter of being genre savvy.
We signal.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was
Midgard?
mildly terrifying. Maybe our presence is upsetting Jormungandr's belly.
I'm trying to be gentle with this digestive acid. Midgard, are you okay, buddy? Wow.
What's happening to it?
Nothing good.
No.
Glad that's over.
Now you're tempting fate. Stop.
What is that?
We must hurry.
We need to get out of here before we flip this boat. Because if we get stuck in digestive acid, I don't think we're going to be ship-shape to go anywhere, let alone Jotunheim. Alright, now how do I get out? Wow.
Hold tight and watch your balance.
Yeah, we got to keep this boat upright.
The boat shifting. I'm gonna.
Well, you're not going to fall out because I could just attach it to my belt. Wow. My boat! No! They broke my magical boat! Oh, shit. Kid, hang on! Ow! Where's my kid? I hope he didn't. I mean, I guess he'd be fine because we're both, like, you know, gods and shit, but... Midgard, are you okay?
Boy,
Oh, good. He landed in snow. That should break his fall a little
Getting
bit.
used to this.
Oh, boy. He's getting used to it right at the end.
Something we did?
I hope not.
no. Something else.
Hmm.
Dead giant.
Yeah, we're back at Thamer's
The
corpse.
serpent leave us here.
Soft landing. Whoa. Whose falcon is that? It's not a raven, so it's not Odin's. Oh. Hi. What are you doing here?
We can still trust her, right?
I mean, she doesn't know that we saw what happened to Baldur in hell, so...
The world's serpent. What's happened here?
We hope
Long story.
You are far from home.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my son. The two of you. You helped me see things more clearly.
How did we
Do
know?
not know where he is then.
No. But the woods and fields speak his name. I know he walks here in Midgard.
Maybe he was the reason why Midgard was
When did you see him last?
getting an upset stomach.
Long ago,
Or an upset outside.
before you were even born.
Hmm.
Why are you standing so far from me?
We, have new information that we were not privy to before.
There!
Oh, well, there he is. Did you enjoy your sponge bath, big guy?
Hurting the big snake would bring the two of you out in the open.
Well, yeah, you can't feel pain, so you don't understand the difference between boop the snoot and injure the animal.
What you have cost me.
I don't know. What did we cost you? Didn't you lose everything already when Freya cursed you?
My boy.
This is a strange family reunion.
I'm here. Don't run away.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, Mother.
I got a
I
bad
know
feeling
that you're
about
still
this.
angry. I know that how you feel hasn't changed, but I want you to...
How I feel?
He can't,
How I feel?
feel. Poor choice of words, Freya.
I've spent the last 100 years dreaming of this moment. I rehearsed everything I ever wanted to say to you, every word, to make you understand exactly what you stole from me. But now, I realize I don't need you to understand anything. I don't need you at all.
Back off, Kratos. This has nothing to do...
This path you walk. Vengeance. You will find no peace. I know.
I did it. For many games. It didn't help.
You... I'll deal with you later. But family first.
Uh-huh. About that.
This again?
This again. Okay, here goes nothing. Atreus helping me with this one? He is helping me with this one.
You have to go! Please! No! I can reach
Are you sure? Wow. Hey, Freya, what the hell? Come on now. I'm trying to save you from your crazy son. It's not exactly working in my favor at the moment, but... Damn it. Oh, right, he can't really stun, can he?
Listen to me, both of you! I won't hurt you, but you must stop this!
Well, you can't hurt us. It's not in your being to hurt us anymore.
I don't need your help! I can protect myself!
I know you can, but...
Selfish witch!
I need you to understand he's going to kill you, Freya, if we don't knock him out at this
We
point.
can fix this!
Wow. No, not with her blood. Stop it. That did a lot of damage. Oh, he's healing. Okay.
Son, please! Just listen to me!
So it's like you gotta wait until a certain point before you can do anything to him. You just gotta block until later. Alright, well I can do that. Oh, nice. I might as well use my opportunity. Oh, okay, never mind. Won't use my opportunity.
Do you two care about
I told you, you won't... this is not going to help you. If you keep this up, you're going to end up exactly like Kratos was in the original games, so... Just waiting for an opportunity to present itself. Getting pretty good at that. Gonna lose it now just because I said that, but you know. Oh, okay, I thought I could dodge out of that. Oh, it's scripted. Alright. Damn it. Alright, wait, you're supposed to put him in vines too when you put me in vines. Like, oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, he dodged. Nice. Oh my god.
You might want to turn away, boy. This won't be pretty.
Okay, hold on. Before we do that, let me read the rest of chat. Because I missed quite a bit, so. It's so shiny. Yeah, the eye was pretty shiny. Is that not this is the world bridge? I mean, he could have been hitting the world bridge, yeah. Kratos is an iffy dad, but Atreus needs an award after doing all this for stepmother. Yeah, Baldur was outside. You were correct, yep. Hang on, he isn't even attached to you. Not feeling shit comes in handy. I guess so. I still think it's a curse, but I guess so. She's fighting against you the whole fight, and you can't do shit about it. Stop saying rot. I understand a taming reference now. Oh, okay. Well, that's what it is, so.
Boy.
Fine.
Stop!
Oh, crap. Well, that got me out of it.
Atreus!
Use your healing powers.
Breathe, boy. Breathe.
There you go.
Not
He tried to
my
heart
blood.
punch you. Not your blood. Wait a minute. Oh, that makes some sense. Okay, so the mistletoe came in handy.
I can feel this.
So can we stop fighting now because you can finally feel something? The answer to that is no, but can't blame me for trying, right? What do you mean, no? This is all he ever wanted! What the fuck is wrong with you? Aren't you glad your son is happy? I don't know that he's happy. Excuse me, what the fuck? Is Thamer awake? How and why? Is it because Freya summoned him from the afterlife? I didn't know she had it in her anymore.
Is Freya trying to kill us?
No.
I mean...
Do you hear the wind? We are moving.
Oh,
That
okay.
arrow. Baldur punched the mistletoe?
Yeah,
The
your
quiver strap.
little
Yes.
quiver strap, yeah.
Mistletoe harmed him.
Freya
That
said it
explains
was
why
wicked.
Freya said it was...
More
Yeah,
than
wicked.
harmed. The spell is broken.
He can be killed.
I'm certain of it.
Well, now we just gotta ask him if he'll give up his evil ways and become nice again. Something tells me that's gonna go about as well as it sounds like it's gonna go. Oh, she was... You know what? No, she was moving Thamer's hand because she's moving us.
Stay
Yeah.
out of it. I can reason with him.
No, woman.
It didn't exactly work the last time.
Kill you.
Let's just be careful here.
Stop me! No one can!
Where is he?
I don't care if he kills me. I will protect him.
I don't think you understand.
I will not let him die.
Touch.
You literally cursed him for 100 years of suffering because you couldn't deal with the idea of him throwing himself into a bad situation. I don't think you understand what you're doing. Oh god. Wait, where's the shadow? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Kid, now that he's vulnerable, why don't you summon up the wolves? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little late on that. Oh, okay. I keep thinking the shadow's gonna be like the AoE of the attack, and it was not, but that's okay. I'm trying to fight him fists only to start with until he gives me too much of a, oh, or until that happens. Ow. Well, good. Oh, right, yeah, he does have freezing powers, doesn't he? Tell him to stop hurting me, and then maybe I will. What are those things? Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, okay. So that's her. She's holding him, but it's blocking my damage. Okay. No, hang on. Wait for it, and then... Oh yes, but I can redirect my attacks in the middle, so... Oh god, ow. Ow again, ow. Alright, hang on. I was gonna damage boost through, but... Oh, there he is. Oh, the wolves are back, nice. Oh, I see, they're like tracking, so I should probably just block there. Oh, no, he's ice. Okay, so I have to use the blades right now because it's more effective than the other thing. Alright, that's fine. I understand now. Kind of. Phase change? I don't know, but it can still be. There we go. Okay, so the problem that I see right now... Ooh, did I just... Oh, okay, damn. Is that Hyperion Slam has a sour spot on it. Basically, if you don't back up after using Nemean Crush, you hit the sour spot and it doesn't do much damage. But it might also just have been because it's a phase change that I didn't do any damage with it there, but, you know. It's supposed to do more, that's the point. Take the shot, kid! I think he hit it. Ow, ow. Well, we're gonna have to get back up there so I can use that again.
Atreus!
I'm up here. I'm okay.
Okay, good. Until Baldur teleports up there.
I'm doing wonderful.
Oh, good.
Never felt so alive.
Well, I'm happy for you, I think. What? Oh, shit. That's not okay. Alright. Baldur's doing some crazy shit. Get him off of me! And then... Oh, I got some... Oh, I'm at full health, okay. I was assuming I was not at full health. Well, yeah, now I'm not, but... No damage boost through it, Kratos. There. That's all I wanted. I gotta get the hell out of there.
Yes, yes.
Oops, wrong button. There. I missed my opportunity because I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I'm glad I could help you feel pain. Damn. He dodged my fucking thing. Great. Anyway, let me see if I can get like a bunch of these guys. Okay. Didn't get this guy, but I got him now. Take that, thank you. Oh, he even left me a health thing. Nice.
Incredible.
Okay. Oh, it increased the range of the explosion. Nice. Yeah, I forgot because I upgraded to level 3. Nope. Okay, phase change. Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that'll work. I got experience. Is he... I don't think he's dead yet, though, is he? Was that just from the guys that Freya spawned? Oh my god. He's literally going to jump into one of your attacks at this point. You understand that, right? Like, you're gonna try to do that to stop us, and he's just gonna fucking kill himself. Oh boy. Anyway. Uh-oh. Jump on, kid! You can do it! Nice jump.
Stay away from my son!
Tell him to stay away from you! Oh wait, he won't do that.
There!
Stop him!
You got it, kid. Ooh, nice shot. Alright, combo attack. Let's work together, kid.
Please!
Maybe.
There has been enough pain.
I remember how to do this, I think. I'm telling you. You can't tell him he can't do this. We let him feel pain, and he is continuing to do exactly what he did before this. So... Can I, like... Oh, okay. Shoot him in the foot. Okay, never mind. That works. Ooh, nice! Alright, now, can we finally rip him in half? Please. Because he will not stop until we do that. I mean, this works too, I guess. We don't have any more of those mistletoe arrows left, do we? I think Freya took them all. Unfortunately. This is not anything I can do, by the way. It's completely, like, outside of my control.
Before you die, I want to thank you. Both of you. You've done what even the All-Father himself could not.
What, procure a little mistletoe?
More alive.
Obviously, Odin doesn't know the meaning of Christmas. Then again, that's a Germanic tradition, and he wouldn't have any idea. So I'll show you the true meaning of Christmas! This is like that stupid TFS movie where he killed Super Slug by showing him the meaning of Christmas. Joke's on you, I got that parry upgrade. Alright, come on then! Hang on, let me turn around. Boost right through, do one of those, throw a boulder at him. Because I'm angry, and you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Ow. He's angry too, so I guess that's a little unfortunate. I'm just gonna use the light arrows because... Oh, I'm out of Spartan range, okay. That's a little slow. Oh, okay, so now he just phase switches at will. Okay. Because he's angry, and you wouldn't like him when he's angry, evidently. Oh, he's left. Alright. Oh, and now he switches again. Alright, well, that gives me the opportunity to use a whole bunch of my attacks, so I'll run. And now he's in this again. Nice, kid. Oh, actually, the shock arrow's working pretty good. I need my axe back in a minute, but I gotta wait for the fire change. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Wait for it. Now. I know, I'm not blocking right. It's okay. Smack him in the face. There we go. Axe back. I think Atreus would rather he, you know, feel pain so that he can stop being the jackass that he... Again, he's continuing to do what he did before he stopped, wasn't able to feel, when he wasn't able to feel pain. So telling him to stop at this point is not gonna work. Ow. I remember my techniques from the old game, Spalder. You don't have the opportunity of all the experience I have. That's why I kept trying to tell you. My kid knows Kung Fu. That's why I kept trying to tell you to listen to me, because this whole thing about vengeance is not going to help you. I am beating this man into tomato paste. Good fucking lord. I'm just mashing square at this point. Oh god. Now what? Oh, a blizzard. Okay. Hang on, son. I need to save you from the winds of hell.
Look! I have an idea!
What's the idea? Oh, good idea. Holy shit. He learned Midgard speak. Good idea. That will actually help because now she doesn't have a giant familiar. Are you okay, kid? Oh, okay. Well. Alright, now. Will you stop? I will give you one last opportunity.
beaten, Father. Not a
Yeah.
threat.
Yep. And there ain't no sport in killing a man beaten. He's also very in pain because I just beat him into tomato paste like multiple times, so
Need your protection.
he will kill you if I don't tell him not to come after you. I just need you to understand. I know he's your son, but you also cursed him to 100 years of suffering, so I don't think you necessarily... There's no manual for this. Did I mention that before? Because it's pertinent here, too.
Help yourself. Can you, Mother?
Nope.
No matter what I do or say, you won't. You won't stop interfering in my life.
I was just trying to protect you.
You need to let him go, lady. The saying is, if you love someone, let him go. Let them go, actually.
But you're free now. You have what you want.
You can feel pain.
Try to find forgiveness. We can build something new.
Okay, well...
We can't.
Yeah, like I said,
I will never forgive.
he's continuing the same attitude as when before.
You still need to pay for the lifetime that you stole from me.
I mean, you have a lifetime now. And she paid before
I have
that.
paid.
Because she's stuck here with no power to fight anything. Excuse me.
But if that alone will make you whole. If seeing me dead will make things right,
It won't,
I won't stop you.
because there's a hole left there that he'll never be able to fill, but he'll still try. Because he'll keep trying to kill us.
I know.
Okay. Yep, mm-hmm.
No, Father!
I knew that was gonna happen. How do you think Odin's gonna feel, man? I mean, I know he doesn't really like Freya all that much anymore, but like, seriously. Okay, can I rip him in half now? Please?
You could have walked away.
I tried to tell you.
Winds here must be better than this.
Oh yeah, that works now. I forgot about that. Well, there he goes.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Freya, I got news for you. You lost him 100 years ago. I don't know why you didn't spend the last 100 years mourning the mistake you made.
Freya. He chose this.
He did.
I will rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you.
You can't. You can't fight.
I will parade
So,
your cold body from every corner of every realm and feed your soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
okay, I understand you're angry.
He robbed me of everything.
I think we need to give her some space, Atreus, because she needs to calm the fuck down.
Everything.
Actually, Odin did that to you. Again, when he robbed you of all of your power to do anything. So I don't know why you're blaming me.
Passing on your cruelty and rage, you will never change.
Sounds like that runs in your family, too.
I know enough. Does he?
I don't know. Let's go to Jotunheim and find out. See if my crackpot tinfoil hat theory was correct.
Listen close. I'm from a land called Sparta.
It's in
I made a
Greece.
deal with a god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not.
It was part of my growing up process.
I killed my father.
And now you understand why you have to be better than all three of us.
Is this what it is to be a god?
No, not really.
Is this how it always ends?
Well, talk to Tyr, because it didn't really end like that for him.
Their fathers?
No.
You're the next generation, kid. You can stop this.
The gods we choose to be. Not those who have been. Who I was is not who you be. We must be better.
That's what he meant this whole time, by the way. You don't need to say anything, especially since you're still pissed. You can say it later when you've calmed down.
Guess we're the bad guys now.
To her,
In
maybe.
eyes, yes. But she could never make that choice.
I mean, again, she made a terrible choice 100 years ago, and instead of, you know, trying to find a way to fix it, or breaking the curse, or, you know, loathing the decision she made, or anything of that sort, she just sort of went on with her life. So, yeah. I had a feeling about Freya back when,
I don't understand.
we
I know
first,
saving her was the right thing. But she seemed all evil at the end.
Not evil. You
Just
killed her
upset.
son, lad.
yeah, there's no,
The death of a child is not something a parent gets over easily.
But
from what I understand, there's no greater pain in the world. Oh, legions. Okay, Freya always seems to have more and more magic up her sleeve. First she used her roots to try to restrain Father and Balder, but they were too strong. Then she reanimated Thamer, the giant stonemason. That was incredible. Seems like a very large loophole to her I can't kill anything thing. But it still didn't work. Balder kept trying to kill Freya, and we couldn't let that happen, so we kept fighting, and Freya summoned these weird creatures. They kept trying to grab Father to keep him from fighting. Luckily, they go down easily. And there sure are a lot of them now. That's true. Yeah. Conquer, you're here. Sorry, I was absorbed in the boss fight and the cutscene afterwards. How you doing? Welcome back. We just killed the final boss? Probably. Let me read chat before we continue here, because I missed a whole bunch. So, let's see. Let's see. So it's got to be back where Conquer came in, because... Okay, here we go. The gods have different logic. Okay, remember when he said he'd be happy to die? That's what I've been saying this whole time, indirectly, by saying we should rip him in half. So there you go. Would have been here sooner, but you were napping. That's alright, Conquer. No problem. You should get some sleep. Also, Freya needs to stop being an idiot about this. 100 years, woman. I wonder if you become a masochist after 100 years of not feeling. Probably. Yeah, had to use fire when he was ice and ice when he was fire. And my fists when he was at the beginning. She does, but yeah, she's kind of obsessed. She doesn't understand the mistake she made because she kept trying to repeat it there, evidently. So, you didn't think to do something before 100 fucking years went by? This is why the gods are the subject of so many stories. Yeah, because they make terrible decisions. She couldn't exactly do anything being trapped in Midgard. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true when she was trapped there. I mean, unless Balder came to visit her or something, although we know how that would have ended. It would have ended with us having a boar dinner in episode 2. That's how it would have ended. Because she wouldn't have been there to tell us what a stupid thing that was. Yeah, now ice. Fire and then ice. Neither were so nice for Balder. Do you want to talk him down and say something now, maybe? She knows she can't save him, just clinging to false hope. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, 1v1 Jetstream Sam him. Yeah, the father-son combo attacks were great. I mean, they were completely in cutscene, but they were pretty fantastic. Like, it's nice to see after the whole game, like, we've worked together in gameplay, but it's nice to see them working together to take down a bad guy in, like, a boss fight in a cutscene type of a dealie. Because usually when you get a glory kill or you get the end of the fight, Kratos does it. Atreus just watches. So it's nice to see the both of them participate. This fight literally just reeks of teenage angst, and I'm kind of done with it. So am I. Balder's dead. You know, annihilating your body because you can't be harmed does wonders for your health bar. Yeah, I guess that's true. Would not be in this situation if you did not do this. Yeah, Balder's been super bitter about becoming invulnerable to everything but mistletoe, so yeah, he's kind of twisted by now. I would think he would have just found, like... I mean, he was free to move about the realms. I would think he would have just found, like, a mistletoe forest and just impaled himself on it or some shit. But, I mean, I guess he didn't know because the mistletoe harmed him and he was unaware until he's like, holy fuck, I can feel this! So, wouldn't be the first time Kratos brutally punched someone to death, yeah. I'm glad Midgard is fine. It looks like Midgard left. I don't know where he went, though. I don't see him on my world map. Midgard, where are you? My big snake, no! Freya, don't be stupid and stubborn. She will be stupid and stubborn. Yes, both. You let him suffer more than any entity ever could. Yes, that's exactly correct, Lifeblood, and something tells me she's not going to get that until we probably have to kill her in the second game or some shit. Yeah, she's being kind of stupid and won't stop. Odin likely wouldn't even care. Yeah, he won't. Yeah, you're probably right. So kill her too, just end them. From the trailers for the next game, she apparently finds a way to break the curse placed on her by Odin. I got a feeling she did a deal with the devil then. I hope Odin didn't put her up to that. I mean, probably, but you know. She can't hurt anything herself, but has apparently found that loophole to use other things to hurt her enemies. Odin would be so proud. He loves loopholes.
She would have died to see him live.
She would have.
Only a parent can understand.
So you'd let me kill you?
If it meant you would live.
Yes.
Yes.
Look, there was no easy choice. For anybody, brother. But I think we can all agree you did the right thing.
Except Freya.
There's a better place with Freya in it.
Because she's going to be out of the world eventually.
Back to Tyr's temple then. One last time.
Aye. Jotunheim awaits.
Alright. Off to Jotunheim then. My magical boat is broken, so I think I need to find a gate.
Odin must have convinced him that following you to Jotunheim would bring his cure. Lies, I'm sure.
Why did mistletoe break the spell?
Vanir magic is powerful, but its rules are slippery and elusive. I'm sure it makes sense if you're a witch. Oh, but it's also bloody tragic. Baldur was the greatest gift Odin granted Freya. The one thing she treasured from their marriage. She only hoped to spare him pain and spare herself loss.
But she did it to the point of obsession.
Terribly stupid decisions.
We've learned this from the Dwarf King and every other dwarf that turned into a dragon, and almost learned it from Brock and Sindri being stubborn about not working together again. Like, this shit keeps happening, and none of them listen to the problems that their forebears had. It's like they're deaf or something. They're not genre savvy. Anyway. I didn't drop frames, did I? Oh, I dropped a few. That's okay. I don't know when that happened, but there you go. I dropped a few. Alright, well, let's head back to Brock's shop. We'll head to Jotunheim, and then we'll go bury your mom there, Atreus, and then we'll be done. Except for the bonus episode tomorrow, where we do a little checkout. See how Muspelheim and Niflheim treat us. If I know the realms decently, and at this point I think I have a vague idea, they probably won't treat us decently, but we'll do what we can. Alright, off we go. You expect them to have character development? We can't have a sequel if we have that. And I guess it wouldn't really be in character for gods in most pantheons to have character development where they learn from their forebears, right? Because then, like, it's just a... It's a problem that happens nowadays, too, honestly, with a lot of stories, because a lot of TV shows and that sort of stuff, they continue because they sell well. They get a lot of publicity. And they don't know when to end it. Probably. I mean, I would hope so after all of that. But yeah, they just don't know when to end it, so they keep going and going and going, and then eventually it's just like, okay, people start to lose interest. I don't know if that happened with the pantheons of god tales that happened back in the day, but I would imagine if anyone with a brain looked at those stories for a period of years and said, these guys are literally learning nothing, then I would imagine some of them would get a little sick of it. Jotunheim, realm available. Please lock me in. Because I could definitely use the help. Mimir, we need your eyes, right?
Ahead. Get ready.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because we're gonna have to, like, run, aren't we?
Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Yeah, that would suck.
Consider that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
It's a little late for that. It's just like, now you'll be okay.
That's unpleasant.
I can imagine you're being stuck in a winding, searing portal of light. Laser beam. Beam that laser, Atreus. I haven't even played that game. Mimir, are you okay? Alistair Duncan, no, I can't lose you. I need you for the second game to be my exposition dump.
Well,
I'm
what are
sorry,
we
I'm having
waiting
too much fun today.
Think it's far?
We will
I don't
see.
know. We're not exactly at the top of the summit, so we might have a bit of a walk. We're at the base, so...
A word, please, before we continue.
Okay. What's up?
Listen, the last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruin in the moment.
I
I'll
mean,
wait for you here.
are you
It's
sure?
between you and the boy.
True.
I guess.
But if someone were to fight,
Lady Sif's soft, perfect sloshers.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Did it.
Sorry. We had to see this.
What, the Jotunheim Gate? Yeah, it's probably been a while for the both of you, hasn't it?
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Fine, damn it. Fine.
Well, I mean, it's either go with them or roll down the stairs and then still go with them.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Don't think about it too hard, Brock, or else you'll end up like Sindri.
come.
We'll be back. Let's go, kid. Got one last job to do. Find Jotunheim's highest peak. Oh, God. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I don't want them to. Oh, man. Yeah, the interactions in this game have been really great. I love the banter between all of the major characters. It's been fantastic. It's been one of the best parts. It's nice when games know when to have levity and when to be serious about things, you know? Like, I, of course, have no idea how the fuck to do that because I'm talking sarcastic bullshit in the middle of Freya crying over her dead son, but... Yeah, it's nice when games know how to do that because you don't have to be serious all the time about what's going on. There are moments where you can take time to sit back and be like, no, you gotta joke along the way, otherwise this is just depressing. So... Is this realm just mountain? It should be more than that. It's probably more than that, but I think we're just focused on the mountain. At the moment, we're focused on this white screen, but we'll get there in a minute after it loads everything. You laughed at a Sonic the Hedgehog meme. Laser is an acronym. You fucking forgot that part. Yeah, I forgot what laser as an acronym even means. It's like light something. I think light's the first word. I don't know. Well, stay and find out. That's true. We'll find out soon. Am I supposed to move in this part? Oh, okay, there we go. I just moved the control stick and it started. I don't know if it just finished loading or if
I can see
I
the
just had to move,
highest peak ahead.
but, you know.
Right over there.
Cool. Sounds like we'll go there.
We did it.
So sorry for the blinding light. I might have been under control of that and just didn't know. I figured it was a loading screen. Well, there you go, kid. We did a lot of crazy shit in this little adventure of ours, but it's almost time to let your mother rest.
What are you doing?
I think he's getting rid of the Chains of Olympus. Was that a game or was that a... I forget. I think that was a game. I mean, your mom would have wanted this anyway, Atreus, so... Ouch.
Are we there now? We're so close.
I just needed a minute, kid. I haven't aired these out in a while. From what I understand, those were like seared onto his soul at one point or something, so yeah. Oh, he's gonna let her carry her. Let him carry her, nice. He has been asking the whole game. You're a man now, kid. You're ready. Don't drop her. Please. I mean, we'll drop her at the top, but don't drop her until then. So where's the highest peak? We saw it at the top when we first opened the gate that Baldur and I broke. So we're just going to be looking for something like that. It quite literally looks like, well, Baldur's Gate. So if you've played that game, it looks like that. I think that's what it's like. I think there's a gate in Baldur's Gate that looks like that one. It also, if you don't have context for that, if you've seen it in my other playthroughs, it looks like the top of the peak in Journey as well. So, yeah,
Hello?
there's a little
Anybody
context
here?
for that. Giant statues?
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
But why'd they turn to stone?
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all the giants that got out of Midgard alive?
So this is like their memorial? Or it's a memorial for the ones that didn't get out. That's possible, too.
Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
As always, is this just a list of their... This is probably like a memorial wall. This is like a list of their dead or something. New lore added. Yeah, he couldn't get rid of the chains. Yeah, seared into his skin. Yeah, exactly. Have you seen those blades? Those are fire. Yes, they are. They're quite literally, yes. Okay, so yeah, the bandages were to hide his past, but Atreus knows everything about his past now, so he doesn't have to hide it anymore. We all talked over a very important moment for him. Yeah, that's that's partially my bad. The Dream of Midgard. Let me take a drink before I read through this. Midgard was a dream of what could be if we shared and collaborated. Jotnar, Aesir, Vanir, Elf, Dwarf, and mortals, most of all. It was beautiful, but not everyone is capable of sharing. Some believe anything uncontrolled is savage and threatening, like the fear of death, Freya! And so we were mocked and tricked and used and then slaughtered. Odin and his tribe were barred from our realm, but it was not enough. The wrath of Thor and his terrible hammer have thinned our number in Midgard to the brink of ruin. There is no option but to withdraw, while yet any live to do so. Odin and Thor would have killed all the giants if they could, and they got away with everything. Until now, kid. Until now. Well, next game. Close enough. I think there's a time skip between this and the next game, too, if I remember right. So.
Huh. Who's the Guardian?
Just shooting in the dark here. Tyr? Probably. He seemed like a very Guardian type.
This place is dead. What happened?
Wouldn't be a monochromium stream without that. Yeah, well, that's, yeah, you're correct about that, yeah. The Guardian returns. We foresee Midgard's fate, overrun a second hell. Neither Odin nor his dead may reach Jotunheim. The ways must be shut. The serpent and the Guardian remained the Guardian. They alone shall keep our hope. When doom befalls the indestructible, only then shall the Guardian return. Until then, we await a better world. One without fear, without greed, without war. We wait for deliverance and justice. We wait for a champion. We will wait for word that gods grow good. Hope that world gets here soon. Kid, you're talking my language. That's exactly correct. Oh, we have an extra... Okay, yeah, so we have a new map now because we have Jotunheim, Helheim, Alfheim, Midgard. So we'll probably have a new map when we go to Muspelheim and Niflheim, too.
Send us here.
One question is answered and two more take its place.
As always. I mean, they wouldn't have wanted to develop a sequel if they didn't have extra questions left over at the end. Whoa.
Wait!
Kid, what the hell did you do?
Alright, I'm gonna do it right now. Hold on.
So he touched the wall and this disintegrated. Is it part of the black rune still attached to his hand? I thought we used that up.
Axe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that looks familiar.
Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants?
I got a feeling my tinfoil hat theory was right. I don't think she just knew them, kid. Oh, we're in the prophecy. Wow.
But how?
I guess they knew.
And our fight with Baldur.
So it was always destined for him to die anyway. Okay. Yeah.
Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen.
They did. It did say they saw the future, basically, so.
The stone mason. All these drawings. This is our story.
Sure is, kid.
This is your story.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
But
Kratos' story was over a while ago, but now Atreus has to blaze a new path, so...
Parent with secrets.
Yeah, all the parents in this game were keeping secrets. What the shit?
you didn't know. She was a giant.
I said it! I called it, didn't I? I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, though. I think it's a good thing, because it means that people who are on the lookout for subtle clues can understand this, so I think that's a good thing. Because they didn't really drop really obvious hints to this point, so, yeah.
She sent us here, knowing we would find this.
This is her last gift to you, kid.
Why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons.
Probably because it was fated for us to actually come here and do all of the things we did.
Baldur was never sent to find me.
Yeah, he was actually trying to find Faye.
All along, not knowing she was only ashes.
Yeah.
If she had
I think your god senses need a systems software update then if you can't tell the difference between alive and dead.
Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet.
True. Oh, there's no future panel. Okay, like past
We're
this
so close to
game.
the end now.
Okay. Probably because she was the
Yes.
Oh, god damn it. She was the last guardian.
Yes,
So.
we are.
Oh. Maybe we should cover that one up before he looks. Maybe no, put it down. Put it down. Okay, there we go. Oh man. That's not good. Scatter her ashes. Okay, kid, let's go. To be fair, though, it's not a damning thing.
It's Mother's. She was here. She
Yeah,
saw
at some
every
point.
step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us. Watching over us. Leading us home.
Well, leading her home.
Let's finish it.
Leading you to her new home. Your home away from home, basically. It's part of who he is, actually, yeah. He is. So that would make Atreus half giant and half, again, probably half frost giant because of the axe. I would imagine she wasn't partially from Muspelheim or something. And half god because of Kratos. So I guess full god, technically speaking, but yeah, just from different pantheons, so... No one ever asked. Well, it was like Atreus said originally in the first trip to the mountain, I think. Or was the second? I think it was the second. The one where we went into the caves. Kratos commented on some of the passageways not being giant enough for giants, because in his pantheon, giants were, well, titans. They were quite literally gigantic, colossi. And Atreus said, you know, just because they're called Jotnar doesn't mean they're gigantic. And that was really the first, moment for me. That was like the subtle clue that set off my brain to start thinking about, oh no, It just took me like, 8 episodes to put it together after that. So, the last one, to me, looked like Atreus holding dead Kratos in his arms. But we've killed Fate before, so quite literally. Well, I haven't, because I haven't played God of War 2, I think was the one the Sisters of Fate were in. But, yeah. Kratos has killed Fate before, so that's why I was going to say it's not damning just because we're on that panel. It's just a warning. So, that is a lot of dead giants, like actual giants. Holy shit. That's literally what it was, yeah. Again, not damning evidence, just probably a little chilling to see as a parent who just said, well, you have to not continue this cycle. Then again, most God stories are tragedies, so,
No. We do it together.
It's what she'd want, so. You go first. Really, honestly, though, the whole journey that Faye had planned for them, she saw the whole thing, but she probably understood, and the reason why she didn't tell us, she probably understood that it would be the bonding moment that Kratos and Atreus needed in order to become better than the stories that have damned every father-son or mother-son relationship or mother-daughter, father-daughter in basically every pantheon. Like, I gotta imagine she was decent friends with Tyr, and he's been everywhere, and he's seen, yeah, you know, all of the gods kind of fucking murder their loved ones, don't they? So probably they were like, you know, we gotta be better. So now this is what she hoped for. She hoped that we would be better.
Goodbye, Faye.
I love you, Mom. The Giants,
That's a sweet moment.
they really are all gone. There's
They
nothing
didn't
for
live
us
to
here.
see the world that they wanted to see fulfilled.
Come.
So, that means we have their memory to think of now when we,
So,
you know, fix things.
I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And
You're lucky, kid.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
My name on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants called me Loki?
Oh my fucking god. God damn it. Oh no! My son is the great prankster? Oh, fuck me.
She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
I thought Baldur was Loki at the beginning of the game. Holy shit.
Let us go home.
We'll worry about that in the sequel. Don't worry about it for right now. You don't have to be bad Loki. You can be good Loki. You can be Loki that was given a bad name by the mythos Loki. Are you fucking serious? Well, got nothing. The exact reaction that you were hoping for. Good. I'm glad that I'm glad that I fulfilled your wishes. Return to Tyr's temple. Oh god. He did. He said son instead of boy. Holy shit, finally. So even if he dies, I think he's starting to do a good job of starting over with Atreus. Yeah, I think even if he dies in the sequel, I think, honestly, I don't want to say it'll be warranted,
You want to end up here?
but
With your kind?
I think
But
he'll have done a better job with Atreus than,
Is this what she
you
wanted
know,
us to see?
he started with.
Did she want us to tell the people? Or keep it a secret?
That's a good question.
Do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
You are the next generation, kid. You gotta start making decisions. You're wearing the pants in the family now, I hope you know. Eventually, I'm gonna be an old man. I'm not gonna be able to walk anymore. Do you see how many jumps Superman jumps I've taken? How many walls I've climbed? I guess I could say, and that's the game, everyone, because the credits are rolling while I walk my way down slowly. This was good. This was really good. I enjoyed this game quite a bit. I think the story is pretty solid. There's a few little spots where I think it could have improvement. I don't know if I should be talking right now because they're talking.
No. He was a
I'll
soldier,
wait.
a Spartan.
The Great Warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly.
Basically, I'll wait and then we'll talk
Atreus
about it
of
once we
Sparta
get done,
was
I think.
unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times.
Well, that's poignant.
He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us.
You really hit the nail on the head with his name, didn't you, Kratos?
He laid down his life in battle. His sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor.
Was that in one of the prequels? I feel like Atreus was in one of the prequels, like the Atreus of Sparta. But I don't know. Like, I feel like this would be a moment where, like, if you've actually played... Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I feel like if this is one of those moments where, like, if you actually played one of the older games and Atreus of Sparta was actually in it, this would be like a I'm crying moment because I'm a fan of the whole series, you know? So... Well, in any case, let's head on out. Yeah, his one good story and Mimir misses it, of course.
I understand if you want to go home, but I bet there are still some corrupted Valkyries out there that could be set free.
It's true. There's 2 more left.
maybe helping people is part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
What would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Well, maybe giving him a different name set him on a different path? I don't know. Alright, let's get my severed head back. Oh, they stuck you on the floor? What the fuck?
Dwarven charm.
Yeah.
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
That sounds like them.
The warm confines of anywhere bloody else.
Sounds like a good idea. Oh, man. Explore with Atreus. Continue exploring. Complete Dwarven favors. Free dragons. Travel to Muspelheim and Niflheim. Find new items in the shop to get powerful equipment that will allow you to defeat all legendary corrupted Valkyries, even the super boss that I will most likely never fight. Locations of all corrupted Valkyries have been revealed on your map, so now if you didn't do it before, you could get it. That's kind of nice, actually. Because that's helpful, you know what I mean, for if you didn't go find them before this. We found all the Valkyries in Midgard, though, because we found 6 of them, so there's one in Muspelheim and one in Niflheim, so there's nothing left for us to do out there. And to be fair, we did all of the favors, with the exception of this one. We just have to place the 8 helms and then fight the super boss, and that'll be it, so there you go. You don't think that Atreus of Sparta was in a previous game? Okay, so it literally was his one good story. It was an actual story that he was telling from a time before we knew Kratos, before any of the prequels or anything. So, okay, there you go. I mean, 83% completion I don't think is too bad. I'm just, just judging by my own, but that's... Considering I wasn't trying to go for 100%, I don't think that's too bad. New Game Plus allows you to start a new game while maintaining your equipment, XP, hack silver, and purchased items. New Game Plus can be accessed anytime from within the game's options menu. And I think if I did that, I would probably play on the hardest difficulty, if I'm honest with you, because I think normal difficulty is... I think it's well balanced until you get to the point where you've beaten Tyr's Temple. Once you do that and you start getting all of your endgame shit together, the entire game starts to fall apart on normal difficulty because you just massacre everything with powerful runic attacks and, if you've learned Realm Shift by that point and you have the Amulet of Kvasir to do those last second dodges, it's just... I think I could have bumped it up to hard difficulty at some point. Can I do that in the settings? Yeah, I guess I could have bumped it up. I didn't think about that until just now, but, I mean, it's fine. No big deal. Like I said, I think the first, 2/3 of the game are well-balanced on normal difficulty. It's just the end that sort of... Because you have all these extra tools, like Ivaldi's Corrupted Mind. Although I don't know if a lot of people necessarily would have had that from when I had it. So, whatever. Anyway. Let's see if there's anything else for them to tell us. It doesn't look like it. That's it. Okay. So... I think now I can chat about stuff. Mimir wanted to go someplace warmer and more comfortable. I think I can go home. That's warm and comfortable. But while we're on the way home, let's have a chat about the game. It was pretty good. It was very good, actually, if I'm honest with you. It's got a lot going for it. I can see why a lot of people consider this to be really, really good, and even to the point where some people consider this to be one of their favorite games of all time.
Before we return to Midgard,
I can see it.
More time has passed than you want to realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Baldur has become something else. Stuff of omens.
Uh-oh.
For the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers.
Tell me I just summoned Fimbulvator. That's probably not how you... Oh, great.
Snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Fantastic!
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
So maybe we can change Atreus murdering me. There we go. We're already fighting fate, and we didn't even get to the second game. Fantastic. Yeah, I can see why a lot of people consider this to be one of their favorite games of all time. It's got a lot going for it. It has an interesting, complex battle system that requires the entire game for you to become a master at it. And it's very in-depth, and that's one of the reasons why I've said it before. Yeah, I did just summon Fimbulvator. That's great.
nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it.
It's not supposed to snow in summer, Sindri.
Dare you make me the voice of
Guys?
reason? Just discussing the weather. Bit of a
Sure.
lately.
What he
A
means
bit?
is, Thimble winter's upon us, boys. The
You might
winter
want to
is
get
all
a fur
winter.
coat,
I can
Kratos.
feel it in my screw.
Yeah.
Thank you again for the unpleasant
If you're heading
image.
home, try to keep moving, and also to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
Fair enough. At least it's easy that way. I might pause it and talk about my thoughts just so that we don't have people talking over what I'm going to say. Hard mode was still kind of difficult towards the end for a fresh file. Okay, well, I mean, I think I would have been able to manage. We would probably take it another stream or two because of the deaths, but I think it would have been all right. Now you know why I don't do a first run normal mode or lower. Usually do first runs blinded on the highest difficulty. Some games I definitely agree with you on that. Nocturne is being one of them. But, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like... Usually I do my first run on normal, just because it lets me shit post through stuff a little bit better, especially on stream. Like, if I was doing this off stream, I probably would have played it on hard, because that's typically what I do, is I play it on one difficulty lower on the stream than I would play it normally. But, yeah. I'm not sorry. Fire Emblem made you love and research Fimble Vader, yeah. If only because enemies' damage output was still pretty high. Okay, yeah, I could see how that would be a problem then. Excuse me. Actually go home. A little scene is waiting for you there. Okay. Yeah, so we'll use the gateway because I think there's a mystic gateway that you can take to go home. But let's have a chat about the game. Actually, I'm going to walk outside and see if there's anything. Like, if they say anything, and then we'll have a chat about the game in more pleasant climes than watching Brock and Sindri work. Yeah, so like I said, okay, yeah, it is a little cold. That's just great. I can see why a lot of people enjoy this game quite a bit. Again, I can see why a lot of people find it to be one of their favorite games of all time, because I've heard that from a lot of people. They're like, no, this is the best game of all time. I don't necessarily feel that way about it. I think there are some things that it can improve upon, but if you're a fan of the series, I could definitely see how this seems like the kind of game that's like a love letter to the previous games in the series while also being its own thing. It's more of a... I want to say it's more RPG-esque than other games in the series. But I think it still retains some of that charm that the original charm. Yeah, beating the shit out of zombies and shit. And gods. Yeah, charm. There you go. But I think it still retains the feel of the original games from what little I've played of the originals while having its own thing going on as well. And yeah, probably, honestly, the combat is my favorite part about it. I don't think I'm quite at the point where I've mastered the combat, even though I've played through the whole game, but that's kind of nice because it encourages repeat playthroughs to master the combat a little bit more, I think, and it's very in-depth. I like the runic attacks. I like all the different combinations you can use with the things that you buy, although I didn't buy some of them because I was like, I don't know if I'd ever use these. The enchantments were nice. I wasn't a big fan of the ones that had perk chance activation, but then again, I don't like RNG and luck in video games, so that's probably why. So, yeah, combat in this game is really solid. The game mechanics are great. I would never... If it was just the gameplay mechanics and that's all we had to think about, yeah, I'd say this is one of the better games that I've played for the stream. The music is pretty good. I didn't really think anything particular stood out for me there, but it's hard for me on some of the games I play on console because I can't really turn the music up or else it'll be echoing in the background. I imagine that the soundtrack was really solid, though, because it was composed by Bear McCreary, and from what I understand, he's like a really prolific composer. So maybe I'll go listen to it on my own time a little bit more to tell you, yeah, it's great. But and it felt like it did what it needed to do. You know, it didn't feel like it did anything badly. It just all felt right with the music, and sometimes that's all you really need when it comes to music, is for it to just feel right in the moment. A lot of people talk about, oh, music isn't as good these days because it's not melody-based like it used to be back in the day on older consoles. And I understand that because melody-based music is catchy, but sometimes you just need the music to fit the situation, even if it's atmospheric and not necessarily memorable. If it makes the game feel whole, then that's all it needs to do. And honestly, I think that the vast majority of the music in this game did just that. So, yeah, no problems with it. Story and characters. So, story I thought was pretty good. Again, I like it when the games have moments of levity and moments of seriousness, and they can kind of balance them well. And I think that God of War does a good job of balancing those two. There are moments where they just bust out a joke because there's just something stupid happening, usually when the dwarves or Mimir are involved. And I appreciate games that are able to do that. It's nice. It's nice to see that games are able to balance that because, again, if you're just always serious about stuff, then it just makes the game feel depressing. And if you're always making fun of stuff, then you end up with a situation like... I don't know, the game that comes to mind at the moment is Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, but I haven't even played that one, so I don't know what kind of cheese factor it has to it. It could just be a cheese factory, but I don't know. That's just the impression I get from what little I've seen of it. But yeah, when you don't know how to be serious about certain things, and the games, even if the game is funny as hell, sometimes it just falls flat, you know. There need to be moments of seriousness mixed with the moments of levity to show you that the people involved in the game are human, not just the developers, but also the characters. So, and I think God of War did a good job of that. I think there's really the main gripe that I have is that certain parts of the story felt a little bit like... It felt like certain times things didn't belong. I think the story overall is very good. I do see places where it can have some improvements. The first one that came to mind was in Alfheim, when the game had Atreus yelling at Kratos for something that was outside of his control. And it feels like the game is yelling at the player for that, because we're always in control of Kratos and indirectly in control of Atreus, but we're always in control of Kratos. So it almost feels like the developers are yelling at the player for something that was completely outside of their control. Or it's Atreus yelling at Kratos for something that was outside of his control. And I mean, it does make their relationship feel as dysfunctional as it should, because it's near the beginning of the game. Thankfully, that one resolved pretty quickly. The main one that I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this, happened after Tyr's Temple. Because it felt like Atreus' conclusion to coming to terms with who he is, my boat is back together. Well, that's nice. It felt like Atreus' conclusions at who he was and bringing all the pieces together, to me, it felt like that resolved without player input, and without the input of the game's story reaching a climactic moment. Because Kratos and Atreus had this really, really good father-son talk scene in Tyr's Temple before we got the Black Rune, where he told Atreus that he was a man now and he had to be better than Kratos, even though Atreus didn't know everything at that point. He knew enough to know that Kratos was not exactly... He was trying to be as good of a father as he could, but he had some things in his past that were terrible, awful things he did. He just didn't know exactly what. And then Atreus started acting like a dickhead through the entirety of our second run through the mountain caves, and I was kind of like, this feels out of order. It feels like he should have been told he was a god, and then he should have started acting like a dickhead immediately. Now, part of that was me doing 6 hours of side quests before that, but then he didn't act like a dickhead when we went into Tyr's Temple. He was his same old self despite his godhood, and so I was like, okay, this might actually be fine. He might be coming to terms with it, and he's okay with it. And then he acted like a dickhead. So it feels like parts of the story there were a little out of order. It almost feels like you should have gone to the mountain before going to Tyr's Temple. By the way, is Midgard back? Where's my big snake? Maybe he's resting. I don't know. Or maybe he retreated because Ragnarok is coming. I forget what happens to Midgard when Ragnarok's coming. But yeah, it feels like those parts of the story should have been in a different order. Because the idea behind it is like, okay, a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows, a lot of books, a lot of video games have used that trope where it's like, the father gives the son a pep talk, and it makes them realize that they're so much better than they think that they are, and it's cliched, but it's cliched for a reason, because it works. It gives the player the idea of, it's almost shorthand. It says, okay, we're at the climax because the characters are having this pep talk, you know. It's shorthand that has worked for thousands of stories before this, and it would have worked here, but it just... The way that they did it, it felt like we had this great talking to, but Atreus took the wrong lesson from it, and so then he just sort of acted like a dickhead, and then came to his own conclusions without our input of Kratos, input of the player, input of anything, really, that he needed to be better after 4 hours of acting like a dickhead, and I'm not okay with that. It's probably the only major gripe that I have about the game, though, if I'm honest. Like, that's the only thing that I think would ever actually take the game down points, in my opinion. If I was scoring the game, that would probably be my major gripe. I think the other major gripe that I have with it is not really a gripe at all. It's more of a This should happen in every video game with a robust combat system, and I've already said what it is. This game needs a boss rush mode. Every game with an in-depth combat system needs a boss rush mode. And I appreciate games that have them so much more now that I'm an adult and have so many other responsibilities, and I can't just play through the game again, you know? It's nice being able to just plug and play and say, let me fight this boss that I already fought in the story on a harder difficulty with a different setup or whatever you know, what have you. It's nice to be able to do that. And I mean, I understand why it would be difficult to program in this game because there are so many elements of sort of like RNG with all the runes and enchantments that you could have or you couldn't have. But the game lets you walk back into all of these places at the end like this and just go get everything. So eventually, if you needed something else, you could just start the game back up in this part proper. Like the boss rush mode could be a separate mode, and it just carries over what you have from your save file. So, yeah, developers of action games, this is my one trick of the trade for you. Put a boss rush mode in your game. It'll help your players master the game better because it'll let them become more proficient at the combat mechanics and also not be forced to play through the entire 30-hour game again. So, yeah. I mean, New Game Plus is nice, but I don't know if I'd want to... Because I feel like I'd just be skipping through all of the good story bits if I did that, and I don't want to do that because this game's story is pretty solid, so... but yeah, honestly, it's definitely, like... I don't think it's a question at this point that I can say that I enjoyed God of War. Steve usually has really solid suggestions for the stream, and this is not an exception to the rule. So, I could definitely see myself playing the sequel at some point, even though I have not played the original trilogy just yet. I don't know how I feel about going back to the original trilogy, because from what I understand, it's gorier than this game was, and I was already a little off board with some of the gore in this game, but that's a personal hang-up, so I'm not going to dock the game points for it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back and do the other stuff that's gorier than this, you know, in some cases. Like, I disemboweled a fucking dude. I ripped his skin off and showed his innards, and that's not okay in my eyes, but yeah. I enjoyed this. This was quite fun. I would definitely come back and play the sequel at some point. Unlike The Last of Us 2, where from what I understand, I wrote the sequel out of existence in The Last of Us 2 by complete accident, from what I understand, because in the case of The Last of Us 2, the motivations of the bad guy in that one are based on the fact that you killed one of the doctors in the ending to The Last of Us 1. And I didn't kill any of the doctors at the end of The Last of Us 1. So I am pretty sure I caused a time paradox, and The Last of Us 2 just can't happen now because the villain's motivation wouldn't make any sense because I didn't kill the doctors. So it's weird. You'd have to kind of look up what the game's plot is from what we did in The Last of Us 1, and then you'd be like, oh, yeah, I see what you mean. It's the only thing I know about The Last of Us 2, and I know it kind of fucks me if I wanted to play that one. Though, from what I understand, that game was polarizing to people, so I don't know how much I'd like it. Anyway, let me see what I missed in chat, and then we will go home, because Conker said there's a secret little scene waiting for me there, so we'll go check it out. Especially now that I walked around the whole temple while giving my thoughts, that actually worked out pretty nicely, because nothing interrupted me. Let's see here. I'm a dumbass, though. I played Rabby Ruby on hard, and the game has normal and casual to select from, and I'm playing on the alternative difficulty curve. That gets harder when you make progress with the story faster than the standard curve. I'm not good at bullet hells, friend. Yeah, I understand that. Just wait till all of you see me play Outland again. Holy shit. I'm not good at bullet hells either. It is definitely more RPG-like than its predecessors, while still keeping some things from the older games. The music felt right throughout the game. Yeah, it just... Sometimes music just feels right, you know what I mean? It isn't like something that you'll plug in when you're on a car ride to work or something like that, but it just feels right for the game and for what it needs to do for that situation. And that's how I felt about the music in this game, honestly. So, you bash music, feel like it has no soul, otherwise it's fine. Even music you don't like still has a soul. Music you despise feels like it was made just because we needed music, and that sucks, yeah. I don't think that this game had any situations like that, because there were some moments where, like, on the top of the mountain where Lifeblood said, "Quiet, Mono, I need music." He was correct, excuse me. Because the music that was playing over that was beautiful. It was almost like the end of a Metal Gear Solid game. Though I've never played those, so I couldn't tell you if that's true or not. But yeah, that's the impression I get. So, yeah, it was really well done at the end there, so. What wood is that thing made of? The boat? I don't know. Magical repairing wood, I guess. Maybe Midgard fixed it for me before he left on his long sleep. Thank you, Big Sneak. I won't forget you. Part with Atreus acting out always felt off or misplaced. Yeah, like I said, I think it would have been fine if they like switched the order around a little bit. Like if you went to the mountain the second time and he was acting out because you just told him he was a god, and then you go to Tyr's Temple and do the entirety of Tyr's Temple, and we have that little talking to that he had there. I think if they just switched the order of those two things, I would have zero complaints about this game's story whatsoever. But because those are like that, it feels like the puzzle pieces got shuffled around right at the last minute or something, and I don't know, it just didn't work for me. So, there you go. You'd probably not be alright with the gore in the previous games, forced or otherwise. Yeah, I'd be looking away from the screen a lot, and that would probably get me killed a lot, so... No, actually, Lifeblood, I have not played the Metal Gear Solid series. The only Metal Gear game that I've ever played was Rising, Revengeance. So, I have not played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's on my list of things to do eventually, but yeah, it's just been something that I've always thought about doing, and I just haven't had the chance to do it yet. I know I'm going to do it for the stream first, though, because I think a blind run of those 4 games would be... something that not a lot of people are able to see nowadays, because not a lot of people play those games blind anymore. They play them because they love them, and they're returning to them after years apart, you know? So, yeah. I have not. Okay, well, we got one last thing to do. Let's go home. Thank you for repairing yourself, Magical Boat, but I don't need your help in this particular episode. Although I might not need it in the next episode either, because we're mostly just going to use realm travel to get to Muspelheim and Niflheim. So unless those have magical boat travel, I don't think we'll need the boat. So I guess my boat can rest easy now. That's cool. But let's get my son out of the snow, because he's a cold boy. And we'll use the Mystic Gateway to get back home. Imagine Rising, but more stealth and more stupid comedy and more confusing plot. Sounds like fun. Let's do it. Oh, Mono, 2 of your friends are enjoying a VTuber going through Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4. You think she just finished Metal Gear Solid 2? Oh, okay, nice. So maybe it's, maybe more people play it blind than I thought. Maybe more people are in the boat that I was in, where they never played it, like they never got into it as a kid, and they're just returning to it now because it's, you know, it's something that people would be interested in, I guess. Okay, let's go home. Come on, Atreus. After the gate loads. There we go. Something that's interesting about this game, though, that I'll mention at the end here as well, I think it's a point in its favor as well, is the fact that there's very little loading in this game, and when there is loading, the vast majority of it is masked by something else. Like this whole section here on the Yggdrasil routes is masking a loading screen that's happening. It's loading my house right now, and all of the sections around it, it's loading that entire area. Like when you're rowing the boat out of the Witch's Cove, it's a loading screen masking the area. When you're rowing in Alfheim in that little channel, that's a loading screen. It's masking a loading screen by having you do something. And that's always something I've appreciated in games. It's something I've appreciated in games since the Ratchet & Clank series did it way back in the day, where they would mask loading screens by having you do something like flying through a spaceship or walking on the roots of the World Tree or something to that effect. When developers can find interesting and clever ways to mask the fact that the game is loading rather than just giving you a loading screen, I always appreciate it. So basically this game has almost like a seamless note to it where it feels like it basically says, you know, you don't have to load. Once you load in from your save file, it's just everything is loaded, you know. So, yeah, I've always appreciated that about games, so I'll give that a point in its favor as well.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, you weren't here the last time I was here, were you?
It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your Tadger.
Yeah, I would think so. If you stand still immediately after entering here, it loads the next area faster, something you just remembered. Oh, that's a neat little trick. I could see that being used in speedruns or something, too. Huh. Because then you don't have to wait for it to load, and that shaves time off. Cool. That's interesting. Alright, Atreus, I think we've earned a rest. Don't mind the blood, that's just... Oh, actually, it's not blood, it's just mud. Yeah, we've earned a rest. We'll go see Muspelheim and Niflheim on a special bonus episode of God of War the Stream Edition.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
I think you'll be sleeping for eternity if you do that, because then Ragnarok will come and we'll all die. So let's not sleep through winter, but let's sleep until we have to go into the fire in the mist, which will be happening on the next episode. And that's tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Did I just whip Faye's last gift to me onto the floor? What the fuck, Kratos?
way ahead of you.
Good. There's a hole in my roof, so it's not going to be good sleep, but, well, there you go. Years later... Oh, boy.
The ball.
How many years? He hasn't grown up at all. Thor, is that you? Yeah. So I think he just interrupted the years later. Like, it was supposed to be like a flash forward, but... Yeah, I think Thor just interrupted the flash forward. Uh-huh. Hey, big guy. Here for revenge? Probably. Mimir, you good? Yeah, I did just sort of sit on him, didn't I? Like, I laid down without putting him down, so... Okay, so now I guess we get full credits, even though I just talked about everything I needed to talk about in the game, so there you go. I will probably sit through this myself, but I'll save all of you the trouble because I don't... Well, I guess it depends. Is there, like, something at the end of the credits here? Do I have to sit through all of this? How much is there? Or can I skip it and still get the thing at the end of this? Yeah, fuck. Fuck is right. Thor's here. So, I don't know if that's going to be the first battle in the next game or what, but... Yeah, it's kind of interesting and kind of funny that he sort of interrupted the whole... Here's Atreus all grown up in the middle of Fimbulvator, but... Yeah. Conker says, don't think so. Okay, good. So that was basically it right there. That was the little extra teaser for the fact that we're going to have Thor as a recurring villain in the next game. Fantastic. I guess I did kill his brother, and Freya's probably going to be pretty pissed about it, so she'll probably also be a recurring villain, so... Why are they scrolling so slowly? Hang on, I know how to see how long this is, so... Yeah, Bitch Boy got his hammer back from Thanos, apparently, yeah. He repaired it after Thanos broke it. Hang on, I can check how long the credits are, because I can look at the end of that FAQ that I used. Just to look up those couple of things I looked up during the game, so hang on, I can look. Because I think it might tell me at the end, or it won't, and then I'll be sad, but whatever. No, don't load the trailer, I just want to know how long the credits are. That would be right here, so let's go to the last thing here. Let's see. The only thing left to do now is go home, return to Midgard, sail the Brock Itinerary first before you set off to find the Mystic Gateway to take you home. Go to bed when you're ready to see the secret ending. If you sit through the 30-plus minute long credits... Hang on. Because this was a multi-year passion project for hundreds of people, they deserve their credit. Amarella is correct. A lot of people worked on this one, evidently, because there's 30-plus minutes of credits. Hello, Amarella. How you doing? We beat the game. There will be a brief special scene between father and son before they set off to tackle any remaining side objectives you may have missed. So there is a special scene at the end of this whole mess of credit. Hold on. I don't mean to discount the work that these people did on it, but if I press start, what happens? Oh, that's what happens. Okay. Oh, okay. It skips that. Sorry to the people that worked on this.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Present day.
I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending.
Uh-huh.
And Thor came for us.
He did.
Here at the house.
So that was a dream. Great.
It felt different. It felt real. It felt like the future.
Then
well,
we'll worry about it tomorrow.
Or when Ragnarok comes out.
There are still things we can do.
True. We still have Muspelheim and Niflheim to visit. But yeah, you can look at the credits somewhere else. Sorry to the people that worked on the game for scrolling past your name, but thank you for all you did because this game was very good and I enjoyed the vast majority of my time with it. So yeah, there you go. But you can go watch it somewhere else. I just wanted to hear that little section because now, last thing left for us to do, is to travel to Muspelheim and Niflheim just to see what's up in those realms. From what I understand, my original thought was that they would be like miniature, almost like DLC areas, so they'd almost be like a separate quote-unquote dungeon, like the rest of the dungeons in the game. But No, apparently they're not like that at all. And that's why I decided we'll just check them out in a bonus episode. We won't, like, you know, go do them before we finish the game. So, there you go. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of God of War, the Stream Edition. Let me get back to Brock's shop. We'll come back for a special bonus episode on the next episode, which is going to be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We'll check out Muspelheim and Niflheim, and then we'll become significantly more piratey on Saturday's stream. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of God of War, first time through. Like I said, enjoyed it quite a bit. Glad I played it. And, yeah, I'll see all of you on the next one, which will be on tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Just waiting for the door at this point. Where's the door? I'm getting farther on the route than I usually do. There it is. Excuse me, kid. But yeah, until tomorrow, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Oh, hang on. I'm just still disconnected from chat. Let's see. Didn't you get the rune to travel to Muspelheim back at the beginning of the game, though? Not quite the beginning, but pretty damn close to the beginning. Like, I think by, like, stream 6 or 7, I was done with the Muspelheim cipher? I forget exactly. Well, it might be pretty easy, then. I'm okay with that. Yeah, we'll figure that out on the next one. So yeah, take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.